these third generation IIMs, they follow one more method of admission, that they call it SAP, the supernumerary admission
Okay.
process, as you can say. So all those students who miss out the cap cutoff but are above 90 percentile gets a chance to
Okay.
appear for the interview for these IIMs. So there are four IIMs who consider SAP. Those are this IIM Bodh Gaya, IIM Jammu, IIM Shrimor, and IIM Sambalpur. So there was this question which was a very difficult one to answer, about like why am I interested in leaving shipping industry quite too soon, and I'm going
Right.
for MBA.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Parth Shukla. He has cracked the CAT exam and he has received calls from the baby IIMs and he successfully converted the calls. He is going to join IIM Bodh Gaya. Now, coming to his education background, he has pursued B.Sc in Nautical Science from Indian Maritime University, Chennai. He was a working professional and he was working for Fleet Management Limited, Hong Kong. Today he is with us to share his CAT preparation journey and also how he cracked the personal interview of IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Jammu. All right. Hello, Parth Shukla. Welcome to Krakow Interview Series. And first of all, congratulations on converting the calls.
Hello, thank you so much, and it's my pleasure being here and getting a
Right.
chance to share my experience.
So, all right. Firstly, let us discuss briefly about your CAT preparation journey. You said you were a working professional, right? So, can you tell us a little bit about that when you started your whole journey for CAT? Yeah. And why did you want to pursue MBA?
Yeah, definitely. So, like with respect to answering this question, I would like to start with mentioning about my profile, like a briefly.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
I'm a graduate of B.Sc Nautical Science, as you have already mentioned, from Indian Maritime University, and as you mentioned, like I went on to work with Fleet Management Limited, Hong Kong, as a trainee navigating officer. So, I was working on
Okay.
good ship. Within a very short period of time at sea, I decided to quit shipping industry, and I decided to pursue MBA, because what I realized, like MBA would help me change of domain and career. I felt this is the right age for me to learn and mold myself and shape my career
Right.
trajectory towards a domain
Correct.
in which I can prosper well, and where my
Right.
visions and career goals align properly. So I had quit my job on 13th of September in 2021, and then registered
2021.
for
Okay.
CAT.
Right.
Yeah, and registered for
Okay.
CAT the very next.
Uh, and you started preparing after that, right? After you quit your
Yeah,
job and
yeah. So
okay,
like after I quit my job, although decided to appear for CAT, but like I had no clue how to prepare and how should I prepare, how to begin my preparation. Hence, I dedicated a day or two to find out best possible way to start my preparation with, and the best resources that I can follow to prepare for preparation. And that's where I found Krakow's program of Krakow's
right,
course of 60 days to CAT. Talking about the Krakow's 60 days to CAT course, that was, I would say, that was the best thing that happened to me at that moment. As while I decided to go for CAT, but I was extremely confused and puzzled, like where to start my preparation and how to start my preparation, how to go for it. As I had to prepare from
right,
the scratch, I was new to this preparation. So at that moment, following this course, which was perfectly designed in a very well oriented manner, and following that video series judiciously on a daily basis,
right,
was very helpful. uh, it happened very perfectly, like it was very coherent, the topics wise distribution of the course, and along with it, the regular basis of booster classes that were being conducted by the Shaili ma'am and Maruti sir, those were very helpful. Like I remember the valuable advices and that they used to give during
yes,
those
yes,
booster classes, that has helped me
right,
a
right,
lot. Like I
right,
remember
exactly,
I would want to share like the one advice that I remember.
sure,
Like they mentioned about the attending, a student should attend all the non-negative questions, like the questions which are integer type questions and are non-negative questions in CAT, like irrespective of whether the student is able to solve them or not, just go for a guess, random guess.
right,
And luckily, while I was appearing the exam, I remembered that advice, and I went for appearing all the like attending all the non-negative
right,
questions,
right,
and I just
right,
I just randomly guessed those questions which I was unable to solve. and luckily I got correct. The one question I got correct, and I got extra 3 marks.
Oh wow,
That was
that's
very helpful.
wonderful.
And this was how I prepared, and like finally I was able to score 91 percentile in CAT.
It's amazing. So you just prepared for 2.5 months, right? And this
Exactly.
was your first attempt,
Yeah, exactly. This was my first attempt and the very first time of my preparation for CAT.
right? That's amazing. All right. Now let's move on to your interview process and preparation for IIM Bodh Gaya. So can you tell us how did you prepare for the interview?
Yeah. So what happened? Like after the results were declared, CAT results were declared. So I had applied in various colleges, like few private colleges and other. And during while filling the CAT form, I had applied in all the IIMs. So after the CAT
Okay.
results were declared, I got shortlist from few IIMs, which are baby IIMs or third generation IIMs that we can say. Those were IIM Amritsar and IIM Vizag. And unfortunately, as my percentile was 91, so I missed out. But I fell short of 1 percentile for clearing the CAP cutoff, the CAP common admission
Okay.
process cutoff of IIMs.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So, but but I was lucky enough to be in the SAP round. There is another like these third generation IIMs. They follow one more method of admission that they call it SAP, the supernumerary admission
Okay.
process, as you can say. So in which they the cutoff is kept 90 percentile. So all those students who miss out the cap cutoff but are above 90 percentile gets a chance to
Okay.
appear for the interview for these IIMs.
So for those who miss out the percentile by 1 or 2%, something
Yeah,
like that, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
for
right.
those people, they keep a cutoff, like they consider those students under SAP calls. So there are four IIMs who consider SAP. Those are this IIM Bodh Gaya, IIM Jammu, IIM Shrimor, and IIM Sambalpur. The later two,
Okay.
that is the IIM Shrimor and Sambalpur, they only consider the female candidates, and the other
Okay.
two, initial two, that is Bodh Gaya and Jammu, they consider both.
Jammu. Okay. All right. Okay.
So yeah, and then coming up to the interview process. So like as interview process
Yeah.
consists of GDPI. So luckily as this the whole process were being conducted online. So these
Yeah.
IIMs had removed the GD process, and there was only a
Right.
personal interview round.
Okay. So you prepared for the personal interview of IIM Bodh Gaya and Jammu. So can you tell us how did you prepare for the personal interview and like what were the what were the areas that you focused on during your preparation?
Yes. So while preparing for the interviews of I am Bodh Gaya and Jammu, I mainly focused on the current affairs and few basic knowledge about the various domains that are being taught in MBA, and specifically the domains which I would be interested in after getting into MBA.
Okay.
I read about the basics of finance, economics, although those were not my subjects during my graduation, but still I read about the basics of those subjects, about the basics of marketing or operations, so that I can at least answer some few basic questions if asked. And then I was following the daily news properly on a regular basis, so as to keep myself updated with the regular happenings uh,
Right.
in international national perspectives.
Okay. So you prepared current affairs and those areas which you were interested in, right? Okay, so now can you tell us how did you tackle the personal interview? How did you tackle the questions in the personal interview, and was there any specific question that took you by surprise? And how did you handle such questions? Yeah.
So I had gone through the YouTube videos. Like I would, I had gone through the YouTube videos of the students who had shared their experiences, like past
Right.
experiences of their interview. So that was very helpful. From there, I got an insight, like what all questions are generic questions that are being asked in interviews. So with that, I got an insight, like what are all the generic questions that are being asked in interviews, and how and I framed a proper answer to those questions. So there was this question which was a very difficult one to answer, about like why am I interested in leaving shipping industry quite too soon, and I'm going
Right.
for MBA within a very short
MBA.
period of time. So this was a question which was difficult for me to tackle and to make the panel believe that I am a right candidate and I would be a right fit in a college.
All right, perfect. So now, can you tell us like what other calls have you received and what other B schools have you converted, and so how was your performance in those interviews? And yeah, why do you plan to join IIM Bodh Gaya specifically?
Yeah, so I had applied in various colleges and received calls from
Okay,
almost all of them, as I mentioned. So, I had a call from IIM Amritsar, IIM Vizag, then IMT
okay,
Ghaziabad, IMI Delhi, IMI, then Exam Bhubaneswar, both BM, Business Management, and HR, and few other colleges as well. I was unfortunate to not able to convert IIM Vizag, and whereas I was placed in waitlist in IIM Amritsar, but the other
okay,
colleges that I mentioned, I converted all of them. So,
okay, great.
so what happened? Like why I decided to join IIM Bodh Gaya, it was it was because of the continuous growth. Like I went to the placement brochure and the past records of IIM Bodh Gaya, where I found that IIM Bodh Gaya was continuously growing and very rapidly growing if compared to other business schools of that same league. And I could find various top class companies visiting IIM Bodh Gaya for their summer internships and for the placement drive,
Right.
and they were offering
Okay.
various profiles, various roles,
Profile.
so which were almost similar to what I was looking for.
Okay.
And yeah, so and the one there was one more thing which I found would get to be perfect about was the very diverse batch profile. So the batch profile of IIM Bodhya is very diverse. Like there are various
Okay.
students from various graduation diversity, like from engineering background, from B.Sc background, from B.Com background, BBA background, even from humanities, and a equal ratio of like gender ratio.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Uh, so uh, uh, and how we can decide which I am to which I am to opt for, or which college to choose for. So with this, in this regards, I can say a student should choose a college uh, on the basis like the very first thing that they should do is to go to the placement reports, the placement records of the college, the continuous they should look on the year on year growth of the college, how a college has grown had performed
All
year
those
on year,
years. Yeah.
and like how and what as we go for pursuing MBA, then we definitely have this slight idea about what roles or what profiles we want to work in future. So a student should look for the profiles that are being offered in that college, the companies those are visiting in that college, and then there is one more thing which plays a major role is the clubs and societies which are in
Okay. Right.
clubs and societies of the college. So students should look for
Yeah.
the clubs and societies which would help in the growth of their personal resume, a personal profile building. And lastly, a student can do is to connect with the alumni of that college or the current students of that college, so as to gain a
Right.
proper inside sight of that college. Yeah.
Okay. Correct.
And now that we have like now we have even the third generation IIMs, the baby IIMs. So if in
Right.
my opinions, what I feel, I am Vizag and I am Nagpur, they are performing the best among all the baby IIMs, and I would be
Okay.
placing them on the in the leagues of the new IIMs in current day scenario, as they are
Okay.
performing they are almost performing similar
Okay.
to
At
IIM
par,
Kashipur.
almost at par with the new IIMs. Okay.
Whereas,
Okay.
the other remaining IIMs, I would place IIM Amritsar after IIM Vizag, and IIM Bodh Gaya
Okay.
then, and so on. Like
Okay.
Srinagar and Sambalpur are yet to like perform a bit more, and they
Right.
can do better. They can do wonders, obviously.
Okay. All right. Now, finally, what is that advice that you'd like to give the future CAT aspirants or MBA aspirants in general?
Yeah, see, as I mentioned about my profile, that I had a time constraint in my hand.
Right.
I was having lack of time while preparation, and what I feel, the time period from May to November is the best time period for preparing for CAT. So what my advice would be, like every student who is a CAT aspirant or an MBA aspirant, they should stay focused towards their goal. Like they should stick to the study plan, like whichever study plan, whatever study plan they are following, they should
Right,
stick to their
right.
study plan. uh, we can find people who say that they were preparing, and then they leave up their preparation in the midway because they got
Yeah,
demotivated by mock scores, like bad mock score. So I would say don't get disheartened by the bad mock performance, because mocks are just a reflection of how ready you are for an exam. So just go through your mock performance, analyze your mocks, jot down your areas of strengths and weakness. That would help you to improvise, and have a target of steady improvisation, so that you can improve on a constant basis, and
right.
try to appear for maximum mocks as possible, so that you
Yeah, take
have
as
this
many
clear
marks. Yeah.
idea. See, so that a student can have a clear idea about their performance graph.
All right, wonderful.
That's
So,
and
yeah, so thank you so much, Parth. Thank you so much for sharing all these valuable insights with us. And thanks a lot, and all the best for your 2 year journey at IIM Bodh Gaya.
yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much.